It was a superficial, at best, relationship between every single one of them. When they were like, oh, why do you like John Tucker so much? Each one of them was like, his hair, his body, his basketball skills. He's the lead basketball player. No one was like, oh, he's really kind to me. They were just like,
well, obviously not. Look at the guy. He gave someone a heart attack on the stairs and kept walking and only decided to intervene because there was a hot girl trying to help said woman. Right. He's not a nice guy. Welcome to Confessions of
a Drunk Millennial.
Confessions of a what? Welcome to
Confessions of a Millennial Drama Queen. I'm Rachel.
I am Molly.
And I'm still Katrina.
Still Katrina.
Still.
She hasn't changed her name yet. We keep begging her, but...
I keep hoping and praying I'll wake up with someone else and I'm still Katrina.
Okay, let's get right into this. How was your week, guys?
A bird pooped on my bag this week.
Okay, where were you? What's the scenario?
What's the sitch?
This is like someone sat on me again.
Literally.
Somebody sat on me again.
A bird pooped on my bag again. No, just for the first time. So I was at this open outdoor seafood place, and there was definitely like an overhang though. Like I was under shelter, but we were by the sea. We were somewhere beyond the sea. My friend Amber and she came in to visit.
And, hi, Amber.
Yeah. And so I had my purse on the little bench next to me, and we were just talking, conversing, gabbing. And I look over and I'm like, there is bird shit all over my purse, my leather purse. And I'm just like, so because I'm me, and this is really just a drop in the bucket of my life, I just start laughing, like kind of manically though, like, and Amber's just like, are you okay? Like, do we need to get help? Like, are you fine? And I'm just like, oh, and I just hold up my purse and I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Like, this is fine. So, that happened this week. Did
you get it off?
I did. I had to order a leather cleaner and I scrubbed at it for a couple minutes, which doesn't sound that bad. But I did eventually get most of it off. But it was a bummer for a second.
That is a bummer.
It was a shitty thing to have happen to me.
For like a month now, I've had what looks like bird poop on my car, but I'm like increasingly more convinced that someone just splattered paint because it's not gone.
Have you seen my car?
No.
Okay, my car is white, and it's white paint. But at first, I thought it was bird shit all over the side of my car. But it's white paint that was literally like...
That's what mine looks like.
Splattered
along
along
the side.
We have a white paint
bandit.
The white
Charlie, to you.
Bandit.
Someone devil egged my car.
No, it's white paint.
Oh, it was a
That's what it looked. Yeah, I'm saying. I'm like a month later. I know I don't get car washes that often, but it should have. And I'll try to like rub it off with my foot, like not my bare foot, like my shoe. Yeah, just a nice bare.
Quentin Tarantino, where you at,
baby?
Hey. That's for my only feet account. But I'll try to wipe it off with my feet, with my shoe, and like it will not budge. And I'm like, I'm really scared to go to the car wash and have this not come off at all.
Oh, I've gone through many car washes and it hasn't come off. I think I don't know what to do because I feel like I could get like a little razor thing and scrape it, but I don't want it to take the paint off with it. So it's white on white. So
well, mine's white on red. So mine's a little bigger problem, Rachel.
Yeah, it is. But I feel for you is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Anyway.
Speaking of red, my nose can't stop bleeding this week.
God. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've had this entire week just moments of sheer panic where all of a sudden my nose is just like, it's just instant faucet. And then I have to lean over my sink for a solid hour, kill time, and,
Have you ever seen The Shining?
No.
Well, there is a moment where like blood rushes down this hallway and it's just like almost like an ocean wave, and that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, you saw one of my bloody noses.
I did.
It was tragic. That one was a full 45 minutes of like not just like a little bit. I went through an entire roll of paper towel, and that's not.
Oh my God.
That wasn't the entire thing. Like some of it was just me leaning over paper towel lists over my sink, which filled up.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Rach, do you need another paper towel? Like,
Yeah, she was like, had like 10
Hey,
pieces.
do you need a blood transfusion?
are you good?
Are you bleeding out?
She's like, I'm just gonna hook myself up to you.
Should I call someone?
Yeah, but other than that, my week has been fine, I feel. What else did we do?
We did a collective thing together.
Yes, we went to a film festival. We supported a friend.
Oh, no, not
Thanks
that,
for the invite.
but yes.
Shut up, you couldn't go or something. I don't know what you were doing. But we got some good pumpkin martinis afterwards.
Highlight of the week.
What we're gonna
Okay,
say?
you'll drink a pumpkin martini, but not an espresso with tonic in it.
That was nasty.
That was not
Hello?
an espresso with tonic in it. That
Yes.
was orange and mint and coffee
And you're
flavors
drinking
combined.
pumpkin and alcohol together?
Yes, like a normal white bitch.
Okay, have a pumpkin latte like every other white bitch.
no, the
No.
alcohol is what makes it worthwhile.
Indeed.
Would you
Wait.
try pumpkin hummus? I saw that almost vomited in
no.
Whole Foods.
I don't think so.
Like, we have to stop. We got to stop at some point.
Actually, I think I did see that on your story, and I was
gross.
like, oh.
Yeah, yeah. It's like vom. Stop.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, leave us a 5-star. That was the episode.
We do have our photographer here with us in studio today. He will be chiming in. His name is Charles. We love him. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hello.
I was hoping you would soundboard the applause, but
He has
I'll
to
put it in
soundboard
post.
his own applause.
yes,
Not sure
he is a
which one it
producer. You're still on the clock.
I'm not sure which one it is. We're gonna try it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, let's get right into it. This week, we are covering...
John
Tucker must die.
I was going to say it, and then it sounded like you were going to say it. And then...
No, it was perfect as is.
The reason we are dressed like this today is in honor of the wardrobe of this movie. We think it must have been sponsored by Buckle. Mm-hmm. That's my thought.
To be fair, I always dress like this, but
Actually,
Yeah.
I wear this outfit at least once a week, but yes.
Okay, I have a tidbit about this. Can I take this off now? God, I'm sweating.
Fine.
please do.
Now into your limited 2 outfit change.
Okay, listen to this. I'm actually sweating. You guys, taking my outfit for a second.
Yes.
Okay. Now I have to show you something.
Wait, for the listener, while you do that, we're all wearing green utility jackets to pay homage to a certain scene in this movie that you'll see. I guess if you watch it, or maybe not. But Rachel's currently wearing a white sheer lace top with a pink cami underneath. It's very Hollister 2008.
All about the layers, baby.
Circa 2008, is that right?
Okay. I'd say so.
All right, continue.
Well, actually,
I'm
I think
hoping
it was
to
a
go-
little bit later because you know what? The last time I wore this exact combo
Oh my gosh.
was my high school senior pictures.
The choking necklace. The statement necklace.
Love it.
Thank you so much. I look
Oh,
like I'm
classic
about
tree.
4 years old. A classic hand on the tree. Just loving the tree with my lace. Huh?
Do we need to do a reshoot?
You know what? Honestly, that would be hilarious.
Congrats, grad.
To recreate this.
Oh my God, that would actually be amazing for a photo shoot in the future because my senior class pictures look nothing like that. I'm wearing a Batman t-shirt and half of
Of course
mine.
you
so
are.
bad.
Of course you are. This is so you and me. I'm wearing
Yeah.
lace in pink with a flower in my hair, and she's like, Batman, I guess.
Fuck it.
That's hilarious.
Photoshop the bat symbol in the sky.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so John Tucker Must Die.
He must.
He definitely should.
Got to go.
This came out in July of 2006. Can we talk about what was happening during this time?
Yeah.
A few legendary things. Katrina,
Yeah.
do you want to kick us off?
I would love to because one of the things is very pertinent to our very own Molly here.
Oh.
Our very own Molly.
Our very own Molly. Because this came out in July 2006, and I'm sure you know this, but Miss Taylor Swift's first album came out in October of 2006.
Of
So
course.
she is still a unknown nobody really at this point. And I thought that was interesting that we watched a movie where there was a world without Taylor Swift in it.
Yeah, her first single. It wasn't even her first
Wow.
album. Tim McGraw came out.
I mean, the world as we know it didn't start
June.
until she was a known presence.
Well, yeah.
You know, so we were watching this movie without an actual music industry.
Exactly.
That was hard. That was a hard time. God, how did we even entertain ourselves?
Yeah, also, okay, so I have one for you, Katrina.
Love it.
flash back to
Reality. Oh, the ghost gravity.
I can't remember which episode this was when we were talking about Blu-rays.
Yes.
I feel like it was on Just My Luck. But created in 2000, Blu-ray discs were made available in 2006.
Ooh.
They can contain up to 5 times more information than a DVD. So you were right. It was all about compatibility. Exactly. Yeah, so I found that interesting.
Yeah, and thus started my obsession with collecting as many Blu-rays as possible.
Nerd.
I know.
Some music things. I know you have some music things too, so interject when you want.
I was interjecting.
Okay. You know what? I'll just let you take the reins. The top song was Beyonce's Irreplaceable. So that was pretty cool. And then...
Of the year or of the week?
Oh, I think of the year.
Because this week was Promiscuous by
Oh.
Ms. Nelly Furtado.
Oh, speaking of her, she Maneater was in very beginning of John Tucker Must Die when the cheerleaders. Yeah.
Well,
And
you know what I didn't even realize until after was the Heather cheerleaders Ashanti.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
It's just been a minute for me since I've seen this.
Yeah. I noticed.
I did too.
Okay, well, good for you.
I did a jazz dance to Maneater.
Oh, who didn't?
I want to see that video.
Yeah, me
We'll
too.
play it right here.
Insert.
Wow, that was really good, Katrina.
Honestly, I feel like I should find one of those DVDs of one of my dance recitals because I think that would be hilarious to show of like me and then I do like a little twirl.
Yeah.
Because it's not on brand.
I support it. Other popular songs this year were Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake.
Yep.
So Sick by Neo. Hips Don't Lie by Shakira, who
all
is
good.
facing some criminal charges right now.
That was she really? That's number 4 this week. Hips Don't Lie. But number 2 was Crazy by Gnarls Barkley, which is really the anthem
I had
of
a
my
big
life.
dance to that.
Really?
It was I think, was it a cover? I think it was. But it did really well. It won nationals.
Ooh.
Yeah. I also have You're Beautiful by James Blunt. Became the first song by a British artist to reach number 1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 in 9 years. And before that, this honor went to Candle in the Wind, 1997 by Elton John.
I didn't realize he was British. Not Elton John. Blunt.
Oh, yeah. You're beautiful.
Oh, God. My brother used to sing that song constantly when it came out.
I'm partial to the Weird Al version. You're pitiful.
You're pitiful. Oh, that's my anthem.
Oh, I cannot, speaking of that, I cannot wait to see Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al.
When does that come out? We have to see that.
I don't know, but we need to talk about that on this podcast.
Editing Rachel here. Obviously, at this point in time, we had not seen this movie, but since then, we have seen the movie Weird with Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al, and boy, was it a masterpiece. So if you have not watched it, please give yourself a treat and watch it on Roku.
I just have a little fashion fun fact, and this is obvious for any of our, knowledgeable listeners. But the short, loose-fitting and sleeveless outfit known as the baby doll dress was quite popular this year and was worn frequently in John Tucker Must Die.
Yes.
Yeah, it was also Rihanna wore this at the Olympus Fashion Week in 2006.
Oh, yes,
so she
yes.
she made it legendary.
I have 2 more tidbits for this year. Good old Facebook opened itself up to anyone who was not just a college student.
Just kidding. Sorry.
Slut in the truck.
Facebook is slut in the truck.
And our world started crumbling. And the other piece of very relevant news is that Hillary Duff and Joel Madden were a couple in 2006.
Are those their real heights?
No, I think she's on his lap.
She's like sitting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Isn't he with Cameron Diaz now? Or is
Or-
that a different Madden?
or-
That's Benji Madden.
I don't know. They're twins. I get them confused all the time. But the other one is with, what's her face from Paris Hilton fame?
What? I don't know what you just said.
Nicole Richie.
Still don't know.
Paris and Nicole did The Simple Life.
Yeah, no, I know that. I just don't know.
The other twin is married to Nicole Richie.
I didn't know that they were twins.
Oh, God. All right. He is a twin from the band Good Charlotte.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Good Charlotte. No.
I love Good
Oh,
Charlotte.
God.
Oh, Good Charlotte.
Okay,
odd
so
man out
another
here.
thing. Reese Witherspoon and husband Ryan Philippe called it quits. So did Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn, and so did Britney Spears and Kevin Federline.
Philippi.
So just a...
Philippi.
Is it?
Ryan Philippi. I saw him in a restaurant about 8 months ago.
Really?
Fun facts.
How was he? Did he look Did he look sad?
Yes, he's still mourning the Reese Witherspoon split.
By the way, speaking of, you guys always say you never see anyone. We were just at, should I say the name of the coffee shop? We were just at a coffee shop near our house, and this like big stand-up walks by, and I'm like, did you guys? And they're like, you're like, what? I'm like, right there. Like, you're always complaining you never see anyone.
I think we're both just too oblivious and in our own worlds.
I'm obsessed with myself. I don't know if you noticed.
You know, I'm just in my own head.
Yeah, well,
I'm not really like looking out at people because we
it's
talked
really
about this.
self-involved. Yeah.
No, I think we talked about this
No, I
last
get
week
it.
where I just have this approachable face. So if I'm
Yes.
looking at other people, then people start talking to me. So I just try to put on a blinder.
That is so funny. I'm polar opposite.
I know.
People get like scared if I look at them too long.
No, I know.
Oh, I try my resting bitch face at all times. I'm like, please do not talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Any more
So-
facts?
I'm out.
here's another fact. Charles tried to watch this movie with us.
Yeah, Charles.
And how far
up?
did you get?
5 minutes.
So you're lucky.
Yeah.
Hey.
A lot of slander in this room.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do we remember last week's Scooby-Doo where one of us hated every second of it?
Yeah, yeah, and that was justified and valid, and it wasn't even in our niche. It wasn't even in our niche.
Yes, it is. Sarah Michelle Gellar, come on. Buffy, come on. She was the early 2000s and 90s. Okay, so can I just say my first note that I took?
Please.
I didn't have any
Okay.
notes for a while, apparently, because my first note just says, I hope Jenny McCarthy had a spit bucket for the frosting scene.
Yeah.
The whole like montage where she's like eating the chocolate frosting. I wanted to gag. I think I did gag. That's why I wrote this down.
Yeah. That was
funny.
pretty far in, I feel like.
Yeah. I didn't have any notes until that point because I was like, wow, masterpiece.
I had an immediate note, and it was that Brittany Snow sounded exactly like Hilary Duff in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. That kind of was like a thing, though, that kind of babyish
Yeah.
voice.
Totally.
Oh, I wrote down that her voice made me want to pull out my own hair.
I could tell. You were like full on like what are these called?
White knuckling?
White
yeah,
knuckling?
clenched fist.
Well, I'm like, what? You know, how does anyone talk like that? Like, hi, oh my God, I'm such a helpless little girl. I don't know anything about anything. I'm a band geek, but I'm beautiful and nobody looks at me.
That was my thing. Is like, are we really supposed to believe that she's not popular?
Yeah.
Come
also,
on.
Brittany Snow is like the most beautiful creature in
Yeah,
the world.
she's
Yeah.
like stunning, like
Yes.
Snow White. Like, what are we doing here?
Snow White. Snow White's not that pretty.
Okay, what Snow White are you talking about?
The.
It was the first thing that came on. But also, like,
Is it because of Brittany Snow?
probably my subconscious just drawing some lines, but
Just
But-
drawing some lines.
and connecting some dots. You guys, my brain is really
No, I
struggling.
loved that.
I like to draw lines sometimes. But I'm saying, like, she played like the popular mean girl in Hairspray a few years later. Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
probably more than a few years later.
Yeah.
But like, still, I'm like, same
Yeah.
with Hilary Duff. Like, are you supposed to believe that these girls are not?
Like even being looked
Come
at,
on,
it's
yeah.
crazy. Well, yeah, she was also in The Pacifier, and she's still
Yeah.
like bombshell teen there too. Like,
Right.
come on.
But in the same vein, we're all supposed to think that Penn Badgley was like the ugly one that's like
True.
nobody looks
His
at.
hair was helping with that.
I agree.
Oh, I wrote down.
You look like a sheepdog.
Look, I wrote down long hair. No.
Yeah, but oh man, all things aside, wow, he's so good.
He
Yeah.
really is.
He's the best
He
character.
stole the show for me personally.
Yeah, he is the shining star of.
The cheerleaders in the opening scene were giving "Bring It On" for me a lot.
Yeah.
So one thing I did a little research on, because I think when we were all watching this movie, we all were like, that guy's 30 years old.
Yes.
And
all
he's-
of them are,
So yes and no.
except for Brittany Snow. They're all 30, including the mom.
So Jesse, who plays John Tucker, was 28 at the time of this filming.
Yep.
So that
Sounds right.
And he's supposed to be playing, what, 16, 17?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. No one
Yeah.
at 17 looks the way he does. Like, he has a man's body. Like, he does.
yeah. But
Cool.
man, just kidding.
Ashanti is 26. Sophia Bush is 24. Ariel Jebler? She's the blonde that was in
The nerdy girl.
Yeah,
Or,
the nerdy one.
the smart one.
21. Brittany Snow is 20.
That tracks because John Tucker was 8 years older than her.
Yeah.
So weird.
Whoa.
Side bangs were really sweeping the nation in this movie.
Yes,
Everyone
they were.
had the deep, oh my God, part. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cracking me up. They were
Yeah.
like so intense.
Yeah. I feel like this era was not too long ago. Like
Yeah.
the style and everything, even though it's so specific, it's, man, I just, it's like it was yesterday, me trying to see my way through Hollister and pick out a shirt.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get asthma attack. Should we give a brief synopsis so people who haven't seen it know what we're talking about?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, Katrina's the queen of synopsis.
Yeah, I was gonna say Katrina.
Synopsis.
Take it away.
Synopsis.
Yeah.
All right. Well, John Tucker Must Die is about a very popular man who is lying to his 3 girlfriends, and actually more than that, but this focus is on 3 of them. And they all find out that he's actually dating all of them, and they seek revenge by using poor Brittany Snow as kind of like their decoy,
Snow White.
their decoy Snow White, to make him fall in love with her so she can break his heart and make him realize what it feels like. So that is the overall synopsis of the story, and I feel like it's problematic on a lot of levels.
Really?
Or is it genius? I don't know.
I don't think
It worked. Let's just say that.
you're right. I don't think it worked.
No, it worked. It changed him by the end.
Did it?
Yes.
He was a little more
He was
honest.
honest.
Yes, he
Charles?
was.
He never
Did
lied
it?
again.
Fact check. Did it? What is it?
He's on it. Did John Tucker learn his lesson?
A little trope time. Was the hitting someone in the back of the head with a volleyball trope? Because like
Yes, Freaky
that was
Friday.
hitting Twilight, Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for this one did it in a unique way with the sound effects. Let's just talk about that. Every time someone got hit in the head with a volleyball, it sounded like it was literally hitting a pan or like a drum set, but only the cymbal.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
He must have learned his lesson because it's under Christian spotlight on movies. So
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
What?
when I googled if he learned his lesson, there's an article here from Christian spotlight on movies, all about how he learned not to lie.
See?
I didn't.
What's Christian Spotlight? Is
Yeah.
it like Christian Mingle?
I'm looking right now.
Like Christian Rotten Tomatoes?
I think it's Christian Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my God.
Rotten Veggie Tales?
I need it.
A Ministry of ChristNationAnswers.net.
Oh. Well, I guess he learned his lesson then.
So we're really just talking to God right now.
It was God's opinion of the movie.
God says that he changed. So Katrina, I don't know how you're gonna fight that.
All I'm saying is, and none of them really loved him, and he didn't really love any of them. That's all I'm saying. It was a superficial, at best, relationship between every single one of them. When they were like, oh, why do you like John Tucker so much? Each one of them was like, his hair, his body, his basketball skills. He's the lead basketball player. No one was like, oh, he's really kind to me. They were just like,
Well, obviously not. Look at the guy. He gave someone a heart attack on the stairs and kept walking and only decided to intervene because there was a hot girl trying to help said woman. Right. He's not a nice guy.
but I'm just saying they weren't actually in love with him either. They were using him just like he was using them.
But the plot is about the revenge plot. That's why it's
but
good.
like I feel like what they're doing to him is yes, he lied to them. That's like terrible. Like fuck him. But at the same time, they are trying to make him have an emotional connection with somebody, which he didn't have with them and they didn't have with him. And like break his heart into a million little pieces, which
Yeah.
totally fine. I get it. And it's semi-entertaining in that. But like no one loved each other.
I think they loved him.
I don't
They
think
were all
they-
crushed.
Their pride was hurt. But I don't think like they actually loved him.
Well, no, they're in high school.
Right. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Speaking of him being old, his voice is way too old for oh my God. Like I can't say anything today. Back it up.
Shut up.
I was just gonna say
Sorry.
like he was what, 28?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell his voice was so deep for like a high schooler.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, can you put some Brittany Snow effect on it? Like lighten it up a bit.
Actually, John.
I'm just saying. So in 2006, I was just graduating like middle school, and I was going into high school. And if like when I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is what high school boys are gonna look like.
Oh, never.
No, they don't.
Poor thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And if they did, that was their peak. Sorry, boys out there.
It's
But,
true.
You know,
It's true.
there were some people that looked like that in my high school, but
Really?
then that was their peak. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to say it.
Well,
Sorry, boys.
Had to be said.
Yeah. So I just have to say, the moment that John Tucker has his basketball tantrum just got me giggling so much, where he's like, what about me and my feelings? As if like, first of all, let's just talk about this little side point. Continuity error with the estrogen pills being poured into his powder, his protein powder. Either he's such an idiot that he didn't notice pills being poured.
He just bodied a handful of capsules down his gullet.
Or they should have shown that the estrogen was a powder, or shown them going like this, empty the pills. That was a weird continuity thing. But apparently, one little microdose of estrogen makes you a tantrum child.
It made him have all of the negative stereotype like attributes of a woman in 2 days.
Yeah.
Hilarious though, honestly. I was living for it because I just thought it was so funny. You can't be too sensitive.
I'm not being sensitive. I'm just saying, like, I don't act like that, and I have estrogen.
Well, yeah, everyone has estrogen.
Well, my estrogen's bigger than your estrogen.
I'm saying like men have estrogen. It's just not as much. But yeah, that was just hilarious to me, that whole scene. That's all I have to say about that.
It was funny. It was giving like Big Fat Liar to me.
Yes, it was just so over the top. And really, I think it was so hilarious because I was just thinking about what it would have been like to be there while they were filming that scene. And I think I would have just been on the floor. Everyone must have been on the floor laughing at him doing that because it was so outrageous. Props to him for that
I
scene.
wonder how many times he had to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that always cracks me up thinking about that. Oh, man.
How come these movies, they always have a scene that takes place in chemistry class? It's always like over a beaker with like goggles on. And there was also a line.
Interactive.
I know, but it's just always, it's funny to me. It's always the same thing. And there was a line where it was where someone was like, you're from chemistry? Like, you're from my chemistry class? Like, as in, we have chemistry together? It was with Penn Badgley and Brittany Snow.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, I think he said we have chemistry together.
No, he said, I wrote down, he goes, you're from chemistry.
Yeah.
And I was like, but like inferring, like, we have chemistry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Got it. Charles, do you have any thoughts on your first 5 minutes?
Yeah, the intro was good. The intro music, I like that.
Oh, the Nelly Furtado?
Yeah.
And then Dirty Little Secret by All American Rejects?
Oh yeah, you can't beat that.
No, you can't.
The music
far as
was
I
pretty
can go.
baller.
And a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Another girl with no dad in this.
Yeah, there were no dads to be seen.
Not a singular dad in this movie. No.
There was a cupcake in this movie that I felt looked really good at some point.
What?
I don't remember when it was, but I remember being, yeah, that cupcake. I want that.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, because she like put her finger in it and like wanted him to like lick it off of her finger. And I was like, okay, but where do I get that cupcake?
There was a lot of cake in this movie, honestly.
Yeah.
There was the mom with, there was the line where Brittany Snow was like, Mom, there's frosting with cake under it. And then the cake, the birthday cake at the end, cake fight.
Oh,
Cake is a theme.
There was a lot of cake.
Mm.
That's what I would put in my movie.
Lots of cake. I just want to say, styling wise, I know we talked about like the baby doll top and whatnot, but also the little like, well, okay, a couple things. All the deep V's with the cami underneath.
Yeah.
The layering of like the button shirts or the lacy camis, like so.
Like such as?
Like and such as this. And then also the fact that the mom was wearing the exact same wardrobe as all the other high schoolers was pretty hilarious to me. And then one key moment that I was like, huh, interesting. I can't remember what came first, Freaky Friday or this movie. But Brittany Snow on the boat date looked a whole lot like how Anna, Lindsay Lohan, is dressed with Jamie Lee Curtis inside of her at the wedding rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
Like that
French
French
twist?
twist with the black and then the shawl thing.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the same outfit.
Good observation.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I read a fun fact about that scene. She asked the hair makeup to give her an updo because she didn't want the wind blowing her hair around that scene. I'm like, that is very smart.
Yeah, it is.
Good
With
for
the
her.
lip gloss and like, that's like horrible to film with.
Yeah.
Like, any kind of boat scene, you're going to have hair all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, that was smart.
Freaky
for
Friday
her.
came first. It was 3 years previous.
Okay, so they stole it from Freaky Friday. But you know what? That's fine. She owned it, and it still looked great. It looked a little matronly, but that's fine.
Yeah, I did.
Like, if you're 17 or 18 You're not going for a French twist.
No.
With a nice
Although
sleek black
I
dress.
one year I went to homecoming. Remember I've told you I'm like obsessed. I was obsessed with hair as almost a cosmetologist, and I did a French twist.
You did?
On myself. Yeah.
We had to do that for dance competitions. That's all.
I just did it for fun on my own accord.
Yeah, no, I get it. It was like I get the hairstyle. It's just it looked a
No, but
little
you're right.
matronly on
It
her.
is,
I don't know
yeah.
what it was, but
I don't know what it was.
I don't know what.
I will say, in a lot of these movies that you guys have talked about, French twist is a common theme.
Really?
A lot of them,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Maybe that's why I
Yeah.
liked it so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. What else besides Freaky Friday? Do you know?
I just remember seeing a lot of it at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't think of individual.
I thought you had it up on your laptop or something. I thought you were
I
like,
googled it.
Oh, you
That's
did?
how I kind of saw.
You're like,
Do you
what's a
want
French twist? Did you bang it similar to French toast?
Is this a croissant?
me- I need syrup.
You can put syrup on it.
Speaking of, we had these delicious tots earlier this week, sweet potato tots, and there was like this little side of like maple syrup dip.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Federal.
You're gonna finish your tots. One of my favorite lines in this was, maybe John will get a role on the OC.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
like-
she was like, oh, you're making a video of him? Great. Now he's going to get a role on the OC.
Brilliant.
Because everything that they were trying to do at the beginning to sabotage him was like working out for him.
Yeah, making him look good.
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious. Speaking of different sabotage moments, you know when he's like scaling the hotel to try to get into her room in his
Yeah.
little red thong?
Yeah.
Why didn't he wear basketball shorts?
It would have been so
Why?
easy because now you have to like hold a towel and try and scale a wall with one hand.
Yeah.
Throw some shorts on, man.
Idiot. Idiot. But then also directly following that, when he accidentally goes into the cheer coach's hotel room or whatever, it's odd how close all these adults feel like they can get to him. I feel like normally if there was one of your students in a thong on your bed, you wouldn't be like going towards him to grab him. You'd be like trying to get away and be like, get out. Which she did not do. And then once she brings him out to the hallway, same thing. The male coach like gets really close to him, and it's like, why would you be doing that?
Yeah.
She
It was
also
really weird.
blew her whistle to indicate everyone come out of your rooms and check out this half naked like student of ours. Like would you not? And then she gets mad at everyone. Like, okay, show's over. Go back to your rooms. Like, bro, you're the one that called them out here. Like, you
Yeah.
made a big scene.
You started it.
God, coach.
Gaslighting, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, these girls invented
Yeah.
gaslighting. You said something about that. What was it?
Did I?
What was it
Yeah, you did.
referencing?
Oh, because Brittany Snow was trying to like, oh, I don't feel comfortable doing this. And they were just like, well, you said, and friends don't change their minds. And like, blah, blah, blah. I thought it
No,
was
I think it was when she was with John. I'll have to think on it.
Damn. Yeah. But anyway. Okay, moving right along.
I just had to say my favorite line of the whole film. Slut in truck.
Slut in truck.
which was improvised.
Really?
What?
Yes.
It was?
Amazing.
Oh my God. I love to hear these things.
Can we explain what it is for the listener?
Yes. So Sophia Bush's character, she tried to, well, she got into the Jeep, John Tucker's Jeep, to give Brittany Snow advice on what to do if he tries to kiss her. And then he's coming towards the truck and she has no choice but to just jump in the back seat. So then the two girls, Ashanti and the other blonde girl, cheerleader girl, they're watching via her boob cam and see that Sophia Bush, slut, is stuck in the truck.
She yells, "Slut in truck!"
And then vroom vroom off.
Because Sophia Bush is easy in this movie. And that's where the slut comes from.
Right.
Yeah.
It was thrown around a little more loosely back then.
Yeah, a lot was, which,
I
you
think
know,
it should
whatever.
be added to the soundboard.
Huh?
I think it should be added to the soundboard.
Slut in truck. You're right. I'll do
It
it
has so many uses.
next week.
When we review Slut and Truck.
Okay, so you know how sometimes, like we've talked about this in the past, where we've seen movies from way earlier and then our take on, you know, watching it again now as a fully fledged adult brain. For some reason, I just have to say, the whole scene on stage with like the breakup at his birthday party, which How much money do you have, John Tucker, for that to be your birthday party? I just have to say that.
And like, did MTV throw it? Like, what was that?
Right.
There were strippers.
Right.
Wait,
They're all minors.
You guys didn't have strippers at your 18th birthday party? Because I did.
I just told you I wore a French dress to homecoming. What do you think?
I don't even remember my 18th birthday, but mine's always by Thanksgiving, so I never do anything but eat turkey. Anyway, I just have to say, like, back in high school when I watched this movie a lot, that breakup scene on stage always hit me so hard. Like, I always felt so sad. And this time I was just like, this is no big deal, right? I don't know. What did you guys think?
Yeah, there's so many of those where there's like a big scene on a stage, like Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen has that. This one, I think Freaky Friday does too, right? Princess Diaries has something like that. Am I crazy? I don't know. I feel like it was just like another big trope where they'd have the big climactic scene blow up on a stage in front of like the whole school.
High School Musical, am I right?
Did they have a big blowout on stage?
No, but that's like the climax of like the movie is their like performance on stage.
Oh, I meant like a big
falling out.
moment.
Like
Yeah.
things go to shit.
Yeah, or like they make a big speech and they're like, "This is who I really am.
Oh,
I don't care what you think."
okay.
Breaking the crown in half,
Yeah, okay.
doing it. That's Confessions.
Oh, like Cinderella Story.
The play.
Play
Cinderella
that they do
Story.
in Cinderella Story at the climax of the movie where she gets all
that.
upset.
Yes. I thought you meant
I was
at
like,
the
how can
masquerade
this
ball.
not be?
I thought you. Yes, that.
Anyway, I was like, this is exactly what you're saying. I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Yes.
Or her confrontation with Chad Montgomery is in a locker room full of people. Like, there's just like a big
Yeah.
audience, like
Yeah.
watching like the breakup confrontation happening.
Right. I don't know. It just didn't hit me as hard. I don't
No,
know why.
because then they started throwing cake at each other, and they were just like, and that goes back to my earlier point where nobody really cared. Like, they didn't, like, there was no high stakes, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, or maybe it didn't hit you hard because there was like no transition music for this whole movie. It felt like there was like no score under it. There was just soundtrack once in a while.
Yeah.
When we were back at the school, they'd play like Boys Like Girls or whatever.
Yeah.
And then to be like silent again for like big moments. I'm like, can we get some music in?
You need some ambiance. Stat.
I referenced Boys Like Girls the other day in your car. And I don't remember what I accidentally called them. Do you remember?
Oh, you said
Boys Want Girls?
yeah. You said Boys
And you're like,
Boys
you
Want
mean,
Girls.
you mean Boys Like Girls? And I was like, yeah, what did I say?
And you're like, yeah, boys likes girl.
boy likes girl. Yeah. Anyway, so you hated this movie.
I wasn't a fan.
There was
I
some
felt-
sighs I heard on her end of the couch.
Oh. I don't really have much to say about it negatively. I think it's fun. It's not too
It's
long.
a fun one to
It's
revisit.
a fun one. Yeah. There's not anything that's too like problematic really. Right?
I don't think so. I mean, there was like one or two things, but I can't even remember what they were, so it wasn't nearly as bad as Bring It On with the
Right.
Did you guys catch when they said you got tucked over?
Yeah.
Yes, they threw that
There were a
around
lot of stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Did someone say Mother Tucker or something at some
I
point?
think so.
Yeah.
It's just part of the charm. Yeah. I mean, Penn's hair did look like a founding father by the end, but it was still giving what it needed to give. I was like, can we just get a trim so I can not hate him?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to like him.
It's okay. He looks great now.
He does.
Well, there was one thing that I read, okay, and Brittany Snow apparently, right before she filmed this, had just gotten over an eating disorder. She just got out of treatment for an eating disorder.
I did know this.
And when she got to set, she said she gained 10 pounds, which is like no big deal. She weighed 120 and they asked her to lose weight.
Yeah, I do remember hearing that.
They hired her a trainer and suggested a diet. I'm like,
Wonder why she had an eating disorder.
yeah,
That's a pickle.
Yeah. Ugh.
crazy.
Yeah. That
120.
makes me sad.
But, and on the flip side of that, almost every scene contained a Coca-Cola.
Really?
So much product placement.
Yes, pretty much every scene had either a Coke or Diet Coke in it.
Or a
And-
Hollister logo.
Which is why I am representing with a Coke here that I haven't touched.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, and the reason we're all wearing green, because there was a scene where all three girls were wearing green utility jackets.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Why would they do that?
I know, that's what I'm saying. It was very weird.
The classic voiceover summing up at the end. Just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Honestly, just signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
Well, that's my life.
I hope you enjoyed it. 'Cause I know I did. With a little help from Mr. Stevens.
one, which is probably one of the most 2006 things that there can be. But the film was heavily promoted to female teenagers on MySpace. And it worked so well that when it opened, 75% female and 68% of them were under 25 years old because of their MySpace campaign.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense regardless of the MySpace thing.
Yeah, take MySpace out of that.
Well, but MySpace is like the pinnacle of the era. Like I was,
No, for sure.
like I know that we said earlier that Facebook came out this year to like everybody, but I remember sitting in my friend's house and her being like, "Well, okay, let's make a Facebook account." And I'm like, "No, MySpace all the way, bro. I can't put music and fun backgrounds on Facebook." Yeah. And then I had to like code my own like Nickelback. It was not Nickelback, but like my own.
Couldn't cut it as a wife. She was so hardcore.
To clarify, Nickelback was not on my MySpace.
If I had a MySpace, it would have been on mine.
Yeah, same.
I'm pretty sure it was like some like Papa Roach or something at the time. But anyways, like it was all black, and I'm pretty sure I had like Star Wars Hayden Christensen as my background because that was cool. But I'm just saying, I'm very resistant to Facebook, and MySpace are all the way.
So you're a little bit older than me. I never had a MySpace.
Me neither.
But I did spend a lot of time on YouTube watching like the first
YouTube videos.
Yeah,
same.
Ever. Like, do you remember like basically the very first YouTuber, Fred?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
of course.
Wow, throwback.
Of course I remember
That's
Fred.
all I did. I watched Fred.
Charlie the Unicorn.
Oh,
Charlie the
yeah.
Unicorn, and then there was. Do you remember that one video? It was just like it looked like a sketch animation thing, and it was like, "My spoon is too big."
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Like that. Salad fingers.
Salad fingers.
Strong
Oh,
bad.
Oh, that guy. The would you just look at it? Just look at it. Look at this dog.
Oh, was that early?
yeah. Yep.
All the other ones I remember, but you showed me. You introduced
Bo
me.
Burnham. He was one of the early ones.
Yeah. Homestar Runner.
Crazy.
Jenna Marbles.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jenna
Yeah.
Marbles. Yeah. So that's what I did instead of MySpace. But I also had AIM.
Well, so did I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first AIM name?
Oh God. I think
Mine
it
is
was,
still my email now. My AIM name.
Was
I'm not going to say it.
yeah, because you just said it was your email.
Yeah.
Well, never mind.
I think my first AIM name, this is really embarrassing, was like Pink Sparkle Dancer 27.
That totally
On
tracks.
brand.
What?
Pink Sparkle Dancer 27.
I had a couple because that's what, I don't know why. I just made a few of them, but the only one I remember.
One for each of your personalities.
Exactly.
This me is being really angry. This one's being pretty flirty.
Mrs. Christensen, 81.
Oh, because I was like, who is this man? Hayden Christensen?
Hayden Christensen, because he was born in 1981. So I put Mrs. Christensen, 81.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
we're all embarrassing at that age, guys.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Hold a little.
Ladies and gentlemen, get down. Say it.
So my recent confession / obsession is the old Scooby-Doo episodes. I know we did Scooby-Doo last week.
Oh,
Katrina and I got onto watching the old cartoon episodes. We started season 1. We're going in order. I think we're on season 2 now.
Not yet, but we are about to be.
Okay. And it's just been really soothing to my soul during this dark time.
But I've been watching them with her, obviously, and I was like, oh, this is the one I used to be afraid of. And then it would start, and it's not the one I used to, and then I'd be like, oh, right, no, sorry. This is the one I used to be afraid of. And again, it wasn't. I finally did call it out, and I was like, this is it. I know it is.
But this happened like 5 times in a row.
Trembling the whole time. It's like holding Ollie, glitching.
Yeah,
No, but Ollie
honestly.
does watch with us. He's just like,
he looks at the TV and is like, that's a dog? He's my role model. I want to solve mysteries.
can you imagine Ollie being like, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to go that way.
I want to go nap instead.
Yeah, but you did that about 5 times. And I was like, okay, this is the one you say is a...
I wish you would just shut up. No, this is it. This is the one. We finally got to it.
Yeah.
How many
What is
did
it
you
called?
watch?
So many. We've seen so many. Mm-hmm. Which one was it?
The backstage caper or something. I don't know. It's the backstage one.
Caper. Isn't that a food?
But caper is also like a... Like a caper. All right, guys, I'm going to prove to you that a caper is a thing.
But it's the puppeteer guy.
Right. And it was backstage something.
Yeah, the guy that has like the...
Because a human being is a puppet. And then they're like, oh, Mr. Sir. And he's just like...
His head like falls off.
Because he's a puppet. And it's
You're
terrifying.
not wrong. It is a plant.
Caper.
Whoever said plant, yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's also like you put capers
'em on, like,
on
fish and
like,
stuff,
yeah, on like salmon.
An activity or escapade, typically one that is illicit or ridiculous.
Say that again?
An activity or escapade, typically one that is illicit or ridiculous.
Huh.
Like a caper.
I've never heard of that.
Me either.
In
I've
that
only
context.
heard. Yeah, same.
Right? Oh.
Thanks for teaching us something new
Uncultured
today, Katrina.
We always learn something on this podcast.
You're welcome.
Editing Rachel here again. After all that, the episode that Katrina was terrified of was the Scooby-Doo Where Are You? The backstage rage. Not the backstage caper, but equally terrifying.
Okay, what's your confession/obsession this week, Molly?
I guess my confession would be when I started
Oh, no.
receiving a whole bunch of packages that I ordered at 2 a.m. in a haze one night for art for my room. I was like having a day and I was like, I just need some stuff on my walls that will bring me happiness and give
Spark
me some
joy.
serotonin. A giant map of Narnia arrived. I'm like, why did I get it? To be fair, it is beautiful and it's actually like a map. Like, I mean, it's a print. And I was like, this would look so nice as a little centerpiece, and then I'll put like little pieces around it. I know it sounds really dorky because it is, but it looks really nice and eloquent and like old timey. Like it's like national treasure-y looking.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. I saw it. We saw it.
Yeah, I'm like, there's Cara Paravel. Okay, and anyway, I got the first piece, and I'm like, I messed up. I went too big.
You should put it at the back of your closet
Please pretend you have a life for just one moment.
so that you can actually find Narnia at the back of your wardrobe.
If I had a big enough closet to even hold my clothes, I would, huh?
That's the magic of it. If it was Narnia, you'd have more space.
That's true.
Someone's a fan.
Charles, confessions.
Obsession.
Okay.
This is probably not good for Molly's shopping thing, but the Goodwill app. Do you have this?
No.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
So Goodwill has a website and an app that you can shop from Goodwills all over the country. They all put their stuff up on there, and it's like $10, and you can find really cool vintage T-shirts, all this stuff, and it's like $10. You can bid on it, but like it's kind of crazy. It's
She is already downloading it. It's almost complete.
I'm horrible with online shopping.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've spent way too much money on that.
That's amazing though, because it takes forever to like go somewhere.
Well, you can just thrift from your bed. That's the beauty of it.
I love that.
That's what I do. I'm like, it'll be like the middle of the night when I can't sleep, and I'll just be buying stuff online.
Yeah. Scroll.
Yeah,
Scroll.
good habits.
Plus, I love finding a good vintage T-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many on there. You have to really look for the cool ones, but
Yeah.
they're there.
Katrina,
Yeah.
what's your confession and or obsession?
All right, this one's a confession, which is a tad bit embarrassing on 3 levels.
We're getting
I dare you to top mine.
an essay.
So the other day, I was hungover. So I went to take a mid-afternoon nap. And when I did,
Sorry, go ahead.
I must have taken a really good nap because I woke up to a puddle of drool on my sheets. And I was like, wow, I don't think I've ever drooled that much in my whole life. And so
That is a sign of a good nap.
Or the lines on your face. Oh man, sorry.
So I peel back, because this is in the middle of the day now, so I peel back my sheets and like let it air dry while I do the rest of my life. And so I came back.
Get out an industrial leaf blower.
So I came back at like, I don't know, I went to get into bed at like 11, and there was still a small circle of drool there. And I was like, wow,
That's crazy that it didn't dry up.
that got moist. So I take out my hairdryer because I'm like, I want to sleep here, and I like put my mouth there every night. So I take out my hairdryer, and I'm like, this will do the trick. So I start blow drying it, and not only did I burn my sheets, it went through my sheet and burned my mattress so that there's like a little crusty piece underneath it, and I can feel it with my mouth every time I lift.
Oh my god.
And so I come out the next morning and I'm like, Rachel, I did something really stupid and I'm going to need you to help flip my mattress.
Yeah.
Which we didn't do, but I've gotten used to it, so it's fine.
Yeah, I
I've
forgot
heard that's
about
why
that.
they have two sides. It's for when you burn, you get a crusty burn
From all your
drilling.
drool. Yeah.
Yeah, when you flood the apartment for the second time.
Yeah, right.
I hate those crusty burns.
Damn crusty burn.
Damn crusty burns. So that was embarrassing, and you're welcome.
All right, make sure to give us 5 stars. If you don't, we'll find you and we'll send you we'll cyberbully you.
John Tucker
Throw it
style.
back. Yeah.
We will sabotage you. Thanks, guys, so much for listening. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Millennial Drama Queen Pod, and please rate and subscribe wherever you're listening.
This podcast is brought to you by Mastermynd Media.